sacrifices, play this game. I done prayed that my life would never be the same. I done prayed that I would make it bring glory to my name.
We are live. Welcome to Uncle Strib. This is taking an absolute act of Congress to get this together, but we finally got the Shoe Palace game here. We all got it. Oh, it's been a good minute, but we all got one individually. I've been trying to set up one with everybody in it. So we are live, but we're gonna start it off with what's on the feet. So we're gonna go this way. Start with Jerry. Camera. Get your ass up. There we go.
I'm wearing a Polaroid SD gun because we've got has 7 different lights. I'm wearing blue and green. And they're after Polaroid cameras. They have a little recording.
Oh, dude, what?
Yeah, then the recording red on the bottom.
What? Is that on both or just one?
That's lit.
I didn't know that.
And then they have like a little Polaroid square right there, like the actual camera. A little photo that come out. And that's it. That's what I'm wearing today. It matches my jersey. That's what I'm wearing.
You messed them up already, though.
I did. I didn't mess them up. I've been wearing them once again.
Well,
All right, Mr. Angulo.
I'm wearing actually 2 shoes today. I'm wearing the Shadow 2.0s and
Well,
one of the.
They can't
Take
see
them
it.
off.
Yeah, I'm even socks, man.
No socks.
Yeah, they're dirty as heck actually, but 2.0s, Shadows came out what, about a year ago now? Well,
Yeah.
It's socks are not for me. Brotherhood, I know we actually all have
Oh, we're good in here.
Rebellion.
Rebellion, excuse me.
Oh,
I saw his shoes, so we all
We'll
have
get
them.
there. We'll get there.
But I put them on the red laces, make it pop. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, I like those, man.
They didn't.
They do all have
They
those.
didn't come with red, did they? Those are
No.
Art, Miss B.
I am not gonna get up.
Everyone knows.
But I'm wearing the pandas, the shoe that everybody has.
Everyone in the
It's
middle.
2022 airports.
Now, if y'all want some showstoppers, let me show y'all these real quick. Look at that. You like them, Jerry? These are the brotherhoods because these are the hottest you are right now. If you haven't got these, you gotta get some.
Yeah, just come to our store. We got 12 pairs. Just never good.
We got 12 pairs because it's a low key thing, you know. But no. Now it's story time. Cause Jerry, Deuce move on me, right? I texted the group. I decided I was gonna get the brotherhoods. I said, hey, we got a size 12 in the brotherhoods. What, Jerry? What'd you tell me?
We don't have them.
He told me we were sold out. Right.
Sold out.
So I was like, oh fuck, and I didn't know.
I told you I wasn't gonna let you buy it.
No, I get it, but I was like, oh damn.
Sorry.
But so I went all the way up to Ingram because did somebody tell you I was trying to get him?
No, I'm still in our group chat, I saw.
Oh shit. I keep forgetting because you don't say anything in there. But she hit me. I was like, I got we got the brotherhoods. I was like, oh bet. You got them in the club? She's like, yeah. So I was like,
Sure, they still have another 12 too.
yeah, they're selling. Anyway, I drove all the way up to Ingram to get my brotherhoods and I bought some socks to help them out with this stuff.
Damn. I didn't know it was that serious. I didn't think you believed me.
I mean, yeah. I'm supposed to be like, oh no, we still got some. I would because I didn't work the day before. Or I didn't work. So I didn't know if we sold them or not. I didn't know if we sold them or not. So Venus, right? That's on the list.
So do you have any reason why that you bought them?
Oh, because nobody else wanted them. No, they're sitting. So I'm attracted to shoes that other people don't want to get. So when they sit, you know, I kind of like, huh? But yeah, I just grab them. That I don't have a color. I don't have a color like this. So I got red. I got black.
I will say the yellow complements your skin.
Thank you.
So I feel like it's just like a girl's spot. I feel like I would not be able to.
I like the story behind the shoe.
Look at that.
I will say that.
I don't know. I feel like
The
there's,
story
I feel like they're just making up every story. At this
Talk about
point.
It just,
the-
you know.
Omega sci-fi.
Yeah, I feel
He
that.
was
Like,
like frat.
I know, I see that, but what I'm saying is like the shoe before that, the bubble gums, it's kind of ridiculous. Oh, you like to chew bubble gum, so let's make a whole shoe out of it. I feel like they're kind of running on stories. It's not kind of like
Yeah.
all stories. You know what I mean? They're like, all right, well, what do we make next? Oh, you like bubble gum? What? It's a little weird, but I mean, I like them. I mean, not terrible.
Yeah, but I just don't have. I like range. I don't really have a yellow like this.
I think like what sold you like the most too was the extra laces.
Yeah, too. So I could alternate them.
Don't all the ones come with extra laces?
Mm-mm.
Not most of them, honestly, at this point.
Yeah.
Well, now, it's been a while. I haven't
Well, like the
Rebellion
sport grades
did.
didn't have any.
Rebellion was-
Mine had for rows, like extra laces, so I'm not sure.
But Rebellions? Oh, they did.
Rebellion was too funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
they
did.
come with white.
Rebellion? They're not alternate them bitches?
You didn't do it, I mean.
No, you did, what you did?
You have money.
Oh, damn, they all.
Yeah, you know what?
They all. I haven't worn them yet. I'm sure.
That's nice. I saw someone wearing them at work today.
The
But you're
Rebellions?
No, not only that, someone came in with some Dior's today.
Oh, yeah, they were
I
really.
touched him. Yeah, they were legit. Like he came in and he showed me, he bought them in Vegas and he met, a 2J Kicks, what's his name? JCC, yeah. And, he had the bag in it and he had it in his hand, they were, you know, the whole thing. I had, man, like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were all like, whatever, but I went up to it, I touched them, hey, sir, I apologize, but you might, if I touch you, he's, oh, no, man, go ahead. I touched it, I'm like,
Justice shoes?
Hmm?
Justice shoes?
yeah. And I'm like, wow. But, you know.
So they're legit?
Oh,
But I
no,
think it's real.
They were
oh,
the
no.
You black like the bitches?
Well, I mean, we just believe his word, honestly.
Well, I-
Cause it was like
I
a
touched it,
story
it felt
type
good,
thing.
like,
Like, you keep it off. You get
no,
it
like,
off.
we,
I don't know.
I touched, like, you know, like, actual, like, the.
It
the
felt
font on
genuine.
that,
It didn't
felt
feel-
good.
yeah.
Like, the stitching was good, I'm like, man, dude.
Still.
Did he say how much you paid for it?
He paid
1,000?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it does.
Sounds about right.
because
Like
like,
I
the
said,
lows are,
800.
the lows are 6, 7?
They retailed 2,000 for the lows, 2,200 for the highs.
Because he went with like his wife and kid, so they all got shoes, so they did that little like a discount for it. Cause they had it like listed at 9.
Yeah,
Insane.
thanks, man. Would y'all buy a shoe for $8,000?
If I had the money, yeah.
Yeah.
probably.
Easily. I'm gonna get all
And next
three.
year you are, right? You're gonna do it with me, 6 figures?
No, that means $1.
Shit, maybe. No, I'm gonna get the off-white ones. I'm gonna get them
Is that gonna be
eventually.
like when you start your like career, you know?
As soon as I
After you
can,
get like that big check.
as soon as I can
do it.
afford them, getting them, yeah.
You better FaceTime all of us, so be like,
Yeah.
guys, or at least do a video for us, you know what I mean?
I'll
Oh,
like
yeah.
stop by when I'm there. Like to Ohio, pull up Tennessee, but I haven't seen
On the way.
I
That's,
went to Ohio.
that's out of the way, though.
I go to Tennessee.
You got your, you just gonna drive to Nashville.
I go to Nashville. I go to Memphis, Nashville. Arizona.
So that's it. That right is it.
I'll have to share it.
So you go,
After Tennessee, we go to Kentucky, and then
yeah. If you go through Nashville, you're going through Clarksville, and then
yeah, we went to Nashville.
I feel it's a fast. There's not a faster route than that.
I wasn't driving.
I swear, going on. I feel like it might be fast. Go through Missouri, go up towards Oklahoma, like go straight up and then head east. and-
Okay, so that's what we didn't do. We went through Dallas and then Arkansas.
Like y'all went through Texarkana,
Yeah.
and then yeah, that's how I go home.
Went
Yeah,
to Arkansas, and I think Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Kentucky, and sometime. I'll pull up, man.
again, this is gonna be years down the line.
I'll pull up.
So as soon as you graduate in March, probably, right?
When did you graduate?
I don't know.
You don't know yet?
I'm supposed, so I'll reach 81 credit hours, which is the minimum you need to graduate. I'll reach that next spring, so a year from now. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'll graduate. But I would have reached all the credit hour requirements to graduate. But it depends like when my dissertation is set up, because it could be that summer, it could be that next fall. Yeah.
Will you already have a job lined up, or, you know, like how will that work for you?
Oh, shit, I don't know. I'm looking to sit down with my supervisor this summer and figure all that out. Because if you want to get a job like that, you got to start a year in advance. So I need to be looking right now. If I'm going to graduate in spring, I need to be looking right now so I can start it that fall after I graduate. and then figure out money-wise what I'm gonna do in between and all that, so.
Because like your rent is, cause like you just like resigned, right?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you gotta think about it.
yeah, exactly,
It's gonna be a long next year for you.
I know.
So
So
you're
that,
not
but
gonna
next,
stay in San Antonio? You're gonna stay in San
what do you mean, when I graduate?
Yeah, you're gonna stay in San
I
Antonio?
don't know, I'm out,
Oh, you're leaving?
I'm trying to, either Florida or Tennessee. I think in Miami, I've been eyeing Miami for a little bit, or either Miami or Gainesville. Work at like Florida, University of Florida, or University of Miami. I know, but just that's temporary. And then I'm gonna end back in Nashville, but like in between, you know, maybe go down there for a couple of years, just to get like build my resume, and then try to land at my dream school in Nashville, like later, and then stay there for, you know,
Damn, so how many more years
till they bury me.
do you have?
One or two. Because after I graduate, I'll still be, I won't be a student, but I'll still be in university, in academia.
Oh, okay.
You know, yeah. Oh my God.
Good job.
Don't get me started. Well, I was talking about that earlier today. They're dropping a movie. Or they dropped another movie like late of last year, 2021. I haven't seen it yet. Apparently it's lit. And then the new season comes out spring of 2023 next year, season 6.
Speaking of spring 2023.
Oh man, I sent y'all that picture.
The what?
Let's come back. The white cements.
Oh,
It's gonna be a good. It's a good lineup.
Oh.
I didn't really like the lineup, honestly.
What? You saw it?
You said this is spring of next year?
What?
I didn't like it at all. I don't know what it was.
I think the playoffs are coming back out, which obviously.
Mm-mm.
I know. I'm saying. Okay.
It's not ones or fours. I'm not interested. That's just me though.
Did you get the military back?
those. They got the Brotherhoods though.
You talking about significantly cheaper?
$10.
10.
$10.
Start 20.
$20.
That's a big difference
I'll
for
give
me.
you $20.
Well, you could have said this.
I told you I would do anything for you not to buy them. I told you.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. You said, "Oh, I'm gonna pass on the Chicago's."
No, no. Stop. No, that's not true because the Chicago's don't come out until October. Chicago's come out until October. Brotherhood's already up. That's not what I said. I said I'm not buying another shoe the rest of the year because I wasn't financially like I had no money. And then I came across some money and I was like, I could get a shoe right now. So the Chicago's they're irrelevant. I was like, I could get a shoe right now. So that's why I was debating between the Brotherhoods or those gray and black mids we had, or the Heritages, and then the highlighter shits that we was talking about. And I was like, I don't know. But that was after I bought the Brotherhoods, so I didn't know those were coming out.
We got a lot. We got big sizes. We got a 15.
We got 14.
Yeah, we
And what?
got 3 14.
How big is that shoe?
3 13. 3 12. We got 12 and a half, 13 and a half. We got a lot of pairs.
13 and a half. Well,
That's
that's
good. Brand.
such a.
That's fair.
It's about time.
I know. It's not like I like Yeezys anyway.
Yeezys.
You don't like
Yeah,
Yeezys?
Barton Creek, they have Yeezys. I don't compare at all. Not one.
Checks over stripes.
You finally got your first slides, right?
Oh yeah, I got some pairs.
I want a pair of them. I try small, they're so comfortable.
They
The
are.
slides?
Yeah, they're really comfortable. They look like gel slides.
I wobble. I like wobble. You know how like when you wear them, right? You feel like you're taller. I can't.
But you can't walk.
You don't like being tall?
No, I don't like the feeling of it. Like, oh, that's weird.
What's
I rather
that?
wear Crocs. You know what I mean?
It's a what?
I rather wear Crocs.
Oh yeah. I was so ready to go in on you if you were actually gonna wear Crocs.
Go to the car.
You can't leave.
You switch laces, bro?
Oh yeah, I did.
You did?
I did.
Nice.
I did.
Thank God.
I hate that you're looking for that.
Yeah, I'm about to start switching it right now.
So all my shoes, I put the alternate lace on the right shoe, right? Well,
I did a video not that long ago. I forgot what it was.
it was showing wasn't it showing my,
You were showing something, but the Gatorades were in the background, and I noticed
I
that.
watched that video too. Like,
And I noticed one of them had the orange lace on the opposite.
Yeah,
shoe,
it was on the
like
left,
on the left,
second
and
right.
like all of them had on the right. I was like, it's bothering me. So I
Yeah.
texted him. I don't know where you. Oh, you were at the movies. You're on a date. I texted him
Yeah.
and I was like, hey, how's the movie? And you, I don't know what he said, and I was like, all right, well, when you get home, switch to the link. Video, it's bothering me, man.
It was the purple one, right?
The purple one. Yeah.
Cause it's because I didn't start the alternate on the right shoe until after so the purple Gatorades, the first pair of the Gatorades I got.
These ones here are my favorite.
And I didn't start the alternate on the right place
No, I know.
until after that.
I like it a lot. I like the lime green, the lemon lime.
Oh yeah.
That's just like my favorite Gatorade.
That's why I got
Remember,
the
like, when
set.
these came
I got the
out?
set under the
The
TV.
towel, the towel.
Yeah, the towels with the soft line.
Super though.
My next set's I'm gonna go for the metallics. I'm gonna take the L on those
Yeah,
because the resale on them is
Dude, that's a big bar. There's
Oh.
like the red, the orange, the green,
And the
the
silver.
platinum. Yeah, the platinum.
there's the it's so
They're
they're
so
like $5,
expensive,
$600
yeah,
something.
they're expensive.
I might take the L on those though. But I want the whole set.
They're nice.
You know when
They're
those
fucking
came out?
nice.
Exactly. They were
What?
sitting.
They're sitting.
The floors.
Really?
Yeah, they're sitting everywhere.
And like Antena, that was actually my first year there.
The
We
metallic?
had- Yeah, we had the green and the purples. The reds were hard to get. I didn't remember at the
The
time.
red and the orange.
I don't remember at the time, but the green, and they were sitting for like maybe 4 days, maybe.
Dang.
And now they go for what? I don't know.
Oh.
5, 6.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah, they're really up there right now. Especially the pure money ones, platinum ones. Super.
Yeah, I gotta get more boxes. I got all my shoes out the closet.
I do too.
You still have more shoes in the closet?
I have shoes under my bed, under my closet, in my room. It's kind of
His truck.
in my trunk. I do have shoes under my trunk. It's kind of man, it's not good.
Risky.
So like y'all started how long ago?
The collection?
Yeah.
Officially or unofficially?
I guess you say when you know, like you started to get some shit, like you know what I mean.
Officially, it would be like
2018.
Same.
No, what was like your first shoe? Like if you got, you're like, damn, okay, this is like.
the Chevy special. Because at the time, we talked about it a lot. I was selling drugs at the time, so I have a lot of extra money sitting around. Didn't know what to do with it, so just bust it.
So did you buy it online or did you go to person?
So my friend had already had it.
And you like, here's one, give it. And like it was like your side and everything, right?
And then after that, I was like, I kind of like shoes. I always like shoes. Before that, I was like collecting bands and things like that. And then that's what I'm saying. Like unofficially, it would probably be my bands.
Yeah.
Even longer than that, but that was kind of like my thing. And I used to skate all the time. And then after that, I was like, I really like shoes. That whole year, I must have bought like 20 to 30 pairs of shoes.
And you started back in what, in high school, right? Your sophomore year? Like, I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
What, 2005?
I don't know. I didn't graduate. I don't even remember the graduate.
13?
2015. I graduated. So,
So what? Oh, that's what I meant. I meant younger. I'm 13 with
like
before us.
2014 maybe? No.
And
I mean, I
what
remember,
did you get?
I don't remember honestly, because I sold them. Like, I got rid of them. Yeah, I got rid of them. Oh, I had the 3s, the True Blues and the Cement.
Okay.
I remember I walked into Foot Locker on, what is it, by McCreeless? And they had them sitting. And I bought them, but then I sold them. I regretted it though.
What are these, man?
Huh?
What are these?
Oh, the pine green? I think there's mid.
Did you just get those?
No, no, those were mid.
What are the ones on the bottom of that? I forgot they can. Those are Game Royals or no?
Yeah,
Like it.
they're the old Hyper Royals.
No, Game Royals.
Oh, well, when I look online, they say Hyper, but yeah, those are retros.
Did you have the
The Game Royals.
game?
Those
like those are beautiful.
that I bought at
Oh,
Kids Foot Locker, they were singing too.
Blue laces?
Yeah.
See real quick?
We're not.
Dude,
they're nice.
this shoe is so tumble.
That's what I'm saying. It's a nice shoe.
I
Nice
love
material
it.
and everything.
That's like one of my first retros I ever had. It took me, I was looking for those shoes for 3 years.
I miss the old retro colors,
Yeah.
honestly. I like that they didn't
You know,
what year is it
do
happening?
anymore.
18 or 19?
This is 18.
Yeah. Also, there's just even like the tag on the inside is different. Everything
Yeah.
about them are so different.
It took me 3 years to find that shoe.
Where'd you find it at?
No, it took me a while. Maybe not 3 years. Champs. I've been looking for forever because every store I went to, oh, we don't have it. That
And
is
you were
not
back
bad.
at, oh, man,
Color
okay.
champs.
I bought them here when I was on spring break, when I was house hunting, when I figured out I was gonna move here. I have a picture of me and when I came out here, so like, I found out I was gonna move to San Antonio with my supervisor or whatever, because of my grad school. And so it was like late notice. So it was like the spring and I was moving in the summer. So I need to like find somewhere to live. So for spring break, me and my buddies, we came down here, we stayed down here, and I was looking at apartments or whatever. We went to the malls. At the time, I went to Ingram. I didn't know it was Ingram at the time. It was like Ingram. We came to La Cantera, and I think we went to North Star, right? Ingram, we kind of stumbled in. We saw the Dillards, and we thought it was just a standalone Dillards because you can't see the rest of the mall behind it. So we went in, we went to the Beverly. Oh shit, it's a mall, bro. I bought seven pair of shoes that trip. Let me find the
Just
picture.
Ingram?
No, between all of us.
Oh, what? No.
I gotta find the picture, but my first shoes, the guava ice. Yeah, those like light off pink ones.
Like this.
That's the official. Unofficial are the pure money mids I had. I got for $56 at Hibbets. On sale. They were just sitting and there seemed so long. I saw one in there, and this is back in Columbia, Missouri, so it had to have been at least 17.
Sale.
So they're right there, right?
On sale. No, they're in the closet.
Those ones came out at the same time.
Which ones?
Those pink and the blue ones.
Yeah,
Did they?
those came out in 2020.
Yeah.
No, the pure money ones came out. Oh, you're talking about those two came out together. Oh yeah, I bought them at the same time.
Yeah, it was like tropical twist and something.
Yeah. It's something orange.
Yeah.
Even though it's pink.
Rush orange, I wanna say.
Something like that.
like that.
So they came out last year.
They came out last year.
Yeah, because I was at Ingram. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought those at the same time. See, I have an extra. I was like, oh, I could buy these and wear my mismatch.
We got even like restocks of them too.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
At least 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, damn it.
Oh, Justin. Good. Called him yesterday. Yeah, I was talking about going to Austin. So,
You're funny. That's hilarious.
You gotta pop it up on the screen, man.
I know. Oh, damn.
jeez.
I
That's kind of cool.
I went crazy. So it's the pine greens, those it was the Royals or the Blues, those USA mids I have, and I forget the other two are. I don't know if this is gonna show up.
I have a similar picture like that.
Is it showing up?
Did it go slowly in? Oh, okay.
I don't know. So yeah, I'm ready to get my collection up to next, and I collect a lot of stuff. I got swords, I got watches. Yeah. Oh, I got a ton of swords. I got
Like actual
watches.
swords, like
I don't want to say it, but I've seen the watches of swords.
I got them everywhere throughout the house, but
that's his weapon.
this is my favorite.
Holy.
Oh shit.
That'll cut you.
That's my favorite sword. It's like a bronze baked blade.
I swear, Bruce Lee.
Where'd you get that?
Shit, I forget. I think I might have bought it online, honestly.
What do you call it? Katanas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else want to hold it?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
It's actually
Is it heavy?
Yeah, it's solid.
Drops it on Paul Lee.
I know.
What's the?
You thinking about it? Can you practice?
I mean, not really. I'm not trying to be a. My roommate Tavon used to throw apples at me, and that's a good idea. My roommate used to throw apples at me, and I would cut them. That was lit. Yeah. Now obviously jerseys, because this is hitting all my jerseys. I got jerseys and then y'all see the man cave with all the action figures and posters and
Yes,
shit.
I've seen Wyatt.
Yeah, I like
Where do
that.
you got this online?
I think so.
But I've seen you ever watch that show Storage Wars?
Yeah.
I've seen them where they pull up some of these like just randomly and they're worth like hundreds of thousands.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
They were made from like
The real, like, real deal.
time,
Yeah.
and, like,
Number 5.
Real. Really nice.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
What's that? wondering, is it like a cane or something?
That's his
Yeah,
dick.
Yeah, it's a cane.
That's the show off
Naked.
all the honeys.
Look at this.
When I dress to impress. I'll be buying like shit to go with my fits, like canes, and I got these pimp
Yeah,
shoes
but
that
so you
spikes on.
actually have a picture with you with that?
Yeah, on Instagram, but I'm about to scroll for a little bit.
Don't even bother.
I got a lot of posts.
Don't even bother.
You do a lot.
I got 1,125 posts.
Oh, shit.
Brett, did you know my man's making money from Instagram?
You told
Oh
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Y'all share my videos.
Help the algorithm.
Every time you post on YouTube, I see your notification, I watch it.
Bro,
I'll be at work and I have my phone right there, and we watch it.
fuck yeah. Even just the ones of me just talking shit, my buddies.
Yeah.
So that we be going in on each other. But it's fucking great. Great guys. Did you wanna, bro, what's up? Cause last time you were like, bro, I wanna ask you all these questions. What's up, dude? Now's your time.
What's the question, man?
No, because I've been curious to see like how did you get to this path, like from like your education to your sports to who you are? 'Cause I know that like you're actually making a Brooke. Little teaser. I'm sorry, I had the book to do.
This is I have to mention.
But,
Sorry.
yeah, man. So like, what made you become who you are?
Shit, dude. That's a loaded question.
Because I mean, I see your resume. I showed them your resume.
Oh yeah.
More than qualified. You could own a shoe house if you wanted to.
Dude, I don't know, man. It's my parents. It's really it. Like, I was always taught to, they weren't the type, some people like, oh, I'm gonna make my kids do this, do that, do that. My parents didn't like force me to do anything, but they told me whatever I decide to do, I'm like half-ass it. You know what I'm saying? If I want to do, I used to do gymnastics when I was like little. So yeah, I know. But it's like, if you want to do gymnastics, you're not finna like be halfway in, because they're gonna spend money for me to do something. I gotta give full effort. And so from there, I always just had like a worth ethic type of mindset, because that's just the only way my parents let me do stuff is if I went ham. And then I got to the point where sports got competitive, you get that, I don't even know how to explain it, but there's a high that comes with competing against other people that are really good and beating them. Or like sounds bad, but when you're better than somebody at a sport, there's like this high that you get. Like when you're on a basketball court, even just playing pickup ball, if I got a guy guard me and I get anything I want, there's no better feeling in the world. So you can't guard me. Who do you think? Do you know who I am? Now I'm not, sounds like super conceited, but it's just like on the sports competitive thing. It's just, like a Kobe mentality. I promise you, Kobe knew he was the best guy on the court 24/7.
Like with that being said, I don't know if y'all hear like on the CD at the beginning of him talking.
Yeah.
He said like, I want you to know that. What did he say?
Oh, I want you to rethink your life choices. Yeah, Kobe. When Kobe's talking.
If you hear them like talk about him.
That's Kobe?
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Steph Curry.
LeBron, all those TB12, sweet TB12, Brady. Yeah, dude.
Ray Lewis.
Yeah. You ever paid attention?
I thought it was one guy.
No. It's all these goats.
So in high school when you were playing ball, did you ever think that you'll get a D1 scholarship?
So high school was tricky because I didn't think I was gonna do football. High school, it was gonna be track. That's what it was gonna be. I was junior Olympian, All-American. Like my path was track. And then this blessing in disguise happened where this two dudes named, shout out to Rashawn Gall and Vic, if you guys ever watched this, but Vic was one of the top recruited athletes in football, like in the country.
At that time?
Yeah, I think he was the number one kick returner in the country. So college, all eyes on him. He ends up transferring to Independence. That's where I was in high school. Rashawn Gall, same thing. He went to a private school and then he ended up transferring in. He's one of the top recruited safeties. So I was never highly recruited until they got there. So all these scouts and recruits are looking at them. Yeah. But I can still hoop, I can still ball on the field or the court. So now they're there looking at them. I'm like, oh wait, who's this kid? And that's what kind of propelled me into getting offer stuff because actually Mizzou, they were actually there for them two, and the recruiter, Coach Grinch, shout out Coach Grinch, I caught his eye. So then he started keeping in touch with me, and he came to my track meets. Track.
You fast?
That's my sport. This is my football was cool. Track that was me. I ran Tennessee.
You fast?
No more.
The fastest. The fastest. My record still hold. Anyway, but then so I ended up getting my scholarship from Mizzou because of Vic and Rashawn, because they were there for them, and I just so happened to also be good, and they're like, oh snap, who is this dude? And it's easier for guys when you get guys that are like really good, but nobody's highly recruiting them. It's like,
Pick them up.
Yeah, pick them up. It's a steal. It's a steal. Yeah, then it's less competition and stuff like that. So
like when you were,
exactly.
like when you were playing in the SEC, right?
Yeah.
Who did you beat? Like
Playing is
okay.
a loose term. Yeah, what do you say?
Oh no, I was saying who did you meet like while playing? So obviously you played
Like big name guys?
Yeah.
I mean,
Tom Brady.
no. Tom Brady's 50. I mean, dude. I mean, half the guy, a lot of guys
Or
are
did you
playing.
play against anybody? You know,
I mean,
like in the league now?
Yeah, it's like I could list a ton of dudes. Debo Samuel, Derrick Henry, obviously Drew
Who
Lock.
was your quarterback?
Drew Lock for most of it. Drew Lock, and then I played with Shane Ray. I don't know if you guys remember him.
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey we were from the same area, so we played high school ball against each other and ran track against each other. We had Jalen Ramsey. He was older though. But yeah, Van Jefferson was also from Nashville. I don't think you guys know Jalen Hurd. He's a tight end in the NFL. He was from Nashville and he played at UT. So I played him in high school and I played him in college because he went to Blackman High School. So I mean, and then you talk about in college, all the dudes from LSU and Georgia. I mean, yeah, he destroyed us. Like Joe, his first year at LSU, not his second. But I mean, yeah, it's tons of people. But Marcus Golden, he plays for Cardinals. I don't know if you guys know him.
I guess I'm shocked when the other Rams played in the Super Bowl. Freaking call them, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, Kendall.
What? Bro, you can't just like keep a hush hush. Like, dog, just say what's up. Like, hey, how you doing? You know, like shit.
That's him though, not me. He
That's
works hard.
cool. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like
When you play at like especially any power five, really just playing. I was there for 5 years because I redshirted. I mean, you're gonna know guys in the league.
But did you want to make it big into the NFL or like was that?
I wanted to, but I had a very terrible experience in college, and my passion for it just went down the toilet.
But do you want to like talk about that or is that something?
No, I mean, I don't care. We talking about you. You want to?
I'm sure everybody wants to know about you, bro.
All right.
I'm
gonna tell it how it is.
I feel like we all talk like us. You know, how are you?
All right.
All a great dancer.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Let me get some water real quick. I've been talking all day. All right. So I got two problems. So
was this a year in freshman year? Sorry.
I'm gonna start from the very beginning.
Okay.
Recruiting process. There's a few big reasons why I chose Mizzou. That's always why Mizzou. One, they had a fantastic physics and astronomy program because I knew that's what I wanted to do in high school. So I was really looking up schools, their physics departments, to see if they were good. Because even if it didn't work out, having a physics degree from renowned whatever, it's good. They had a great physics astronomy program, right? And then they said I wanted to do track and football. They told me, yeah, we'll let you do track and football. It's no problem. I was like, bet. And there's only a few schools that let me do both and have fantastic physics department. I was like, oh, this is a done deal. So that's the main reasons why, right? I get there.
Mizzou?
Yeah, Mizzou. So I get there and I knew I wasn't very big. I was like 160 pounds coming out of high school. SEC, you gotta be bigger than that if you're gonna play defense. You gotta tackle. So I knew I was gonna redshirt because I need to like develop more physically. I knew that. There's no problem. I had no problem redshirting. But the redshirt season, had fun, great, got way better, whatever. Then spring comes around, like, hey, let's actually run track. Oh, we're not gonna let you run track. I was like, huh? They would let me run track. He's like, oh, we don't want you doing both. The only reason why I'm here, main reason why I'm here, you said I could do both. Otherwise, if I had to choose sports, I would have just chose track. But I thought I could do SEC track and football, right? But that didn't happen. So I was like, all right, well,
Is that because there's spring training?
basically when they do that, I'm on football scholarship.
Yeah.
So in their defense, I'm on football scholarship. Football's priority because they're paying my tuition.
If something happens, you're.
Yeah.
Full ride scholarship or
Yeah.
scholarship?
I'm not. I would
He hasn't been to job in school.
No.
Not one.
not to this day, even in grad school.
That's awesome.
Especially now, they don't have.
They pay me. What do you mean? UTSA shit, they pay me.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
I can get to that. I can get to that later.
Yeah.
Keep that because I'll forget. But so in the spring, when the spring happened, I was like, okay, the way it was looking, I was getting significantly better, and I was like, oh, I could slide in the rotation. So I almost kind of forgot about wanting to run track because I was this close to actually being in the rotation on the depth chart. I'm like, oh, I'm this close. Okay, track. That's unfortunate. I'm here now. I'm gonna take advantage of this opportunity because I could really get some playing time. So I come in my second year. I ended up the kick returner for the team. I had the ball in my hand. I went there to make plays. So I was like, dang, there's people that go to the league just off the kick return alone, nothing else. So like, huh?
You have an extra?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it started to look good. It started to look good for me at that moment. Then coaching change, right? So the way I feel, I don't know if this is how they feel. I don't know if anybody from Mizzou's gonna see this, but I felt like it sometimes there's only two coaches that really want to be there. Coach Ford, I feel like he actually cared. And he was the corner coach at the time. I feel like he cared and he really wanted me to improve. I could tell he wanted to like get me there to be the next guy, to take the mental, because we had a really solid secondary at the time. We had a guy all SEC, yada yada yada. And then Coach Grinch, he was the safeties coach. He's the one that came to my track meets that I stayed in contact with whenever I could. As a recruiting coach, he ended up leaving to get a better position, a defensive coordinator position. So I feel like the only guy that really wanted me there was gone. So when we get a coaching change, the new defensive coordinator and the new coach, I'm not on their list. That's how I felt. So it's all like clean slate, yada yada yada. It's not. They already have favoritism because if you're a coach, you want to play the guys you recruit.
Yeah.
You don't really want to play the guys you didn't recruit
Sure.
because they're not a part of your legacy as a coach. That's just a little bit of like the politics that go with coaching. So I kind of felt like I got pushed back or whatever. So I feel like I was just as good as these other guys, but I got guys under me getting more opportunities because I'm a second year guy. I don't have much game film. They're freshmen. They don't have much game film either, but they're freshmen. And they feel like they can develop them more because I don't have the previous coaches' teachings, or they don't have the previous coaches' teachings as a part of their learning or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I kind of pushed back. And so once I realized that there was no chance I was going to actually get a starting position, at least on defense, I played a lot of special teams. They're out there sacrificing everything on kickoff. Kickoffs, it's a war. They're
Car accident.
Oh yeah, they're actually thinking about getting rid of kickoff. But I was like kickoff, punt, kickoff return, punt return. Like I was out there and all that. But when I knew I wasn't gonna get a chance, because no matter how hard I worked, it didn't matter to my coach or whatever. So I was just like, I hate football at this point. I was literally just on the team at that point just to get my tuition for free. That I like competing, so the special teams was enough. But
This guy's wearing fucking Crocs, man.
who?
This guy right here.
Where?
Zebra sticker.
But yeah, so my passion for the game died out.
So you think
Like
if
my
you would have
coaching-
matched, so if you felt like if coaching was the same, that you
The
wouldn't be
coaching?
there right now. Yeah, as far as like your like for like your coaches.
It's hard to say, but I do believe that if we never had a coaching change, I probably would have at least taken a shot at the league. So I don't know where I would be, but
And you had to work out with even with
the Chiefs, yeah, I had to work with the Chiefs even then when I didn't even care about football. Yeah, I had a pretty. So we had a pro day, and pro day is like you do like a little NFL combine, but you do it at your university instead of at the combine. And all 32 teams were there, and I had a fantastic pro day. Fast jumping, yada yada yada. I had like a 43 in vertical. Yeah, and then I don't know what I ran my 40, but it was like low 4.3s or whatever, something like that. So I had a great. So even then, not having much film on defense, not playing really much, and then being a nobody, no name, still got opportunity to work out with the Chiefs. But I didn't have an agent. We had an agent. I could have got a free agent. I was like, I don't need it. I don't want an agent. It's like I did pro day just for the experience. It's not many people have the opportunity to do one. So I did it for the experience. And I happened to like, oh shit, Chiefs want me to work out. I'll do it for the experience. But I never I didn't have, I did it. I was like, I'm not gonna get a shot. Even though I still went out there and did well, but I already was set on something else. Because I had all this lined up. I had grad school lined up, I had my PhD program lined up. I had my funding for school. I had my money, my payment for my graduate assistance. I had all of that lined up before the season even ended my senior year. So I already knew oh yeah, I'm gonna draft grade. I don't do shit. I'm a 5th-year senior. I'm not gonna kick off. So I was being real myself. So I was like, yeah.
I've seen a show on draft. What's that show? It was a bunch of.
I watched it with that.
Yeah, it's basically a bunch of people in your position. Who went to college, really didn't get around to go to a D1. Even some of them go to like D1 college, but they try to make it to the NFL any way they can.
It's like documentary.
It just shows like them living at apartments, living on like, couch to couch, just trying to chase the dream. And that's it. There's nothing else for them. Like, there's anything else to fall on. And I'm like, dude,
it's a gamble. It's a gamble. That's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to go from house or city to city. Oh, I got to work with the Ravens and then work out with and then when you're on the let's say I practice squad or whatever. Because I got friends now. One year they were the Baltimore Ravens. They wake up, they find out that they're traded to the New York Jets or they're traded to LA Rams. And you got to be there tomorrow. Pack all your shit. You got to go. Like there is no, okay, give me a couple weeks. No, your ass got to be there tomorrow or that same day. I couldn't live life like that. And that's just to get a chance to make it, maybe. Because you can do that for 3 or 4 years and then still not make it and just not get phone calls.
It's like what they do on the Hard Knocks, right?
Oh, yeah. But even those guys are better off because they're at least at camp. Because you get paid for camp, even if you don't make the team.
Practice squad?
Huh?
Practice squad?
You get paid for practice squad? Yeah, you get paid for practice squad. Oh, yeah, you are. You are, but you aren't. No, well, technically, yeah. Because if there's enough injuries, they'll pull you up from practice squad.
Not during the game though.
But yeah, no, you don't travel to the games. Yeah, you don't travel to the games. And even practice squad, it's solid. But here's my thing: somebody say, "Oh, you could have been practice squad." In practice squad, they make about $80,000 a year. You know what the starting salary for a physics professor is straight out of college, straight out of your PhD? $95.
No brainer.
No brainer. And I'm not getting in car wrecks 2-3 times, you know what I'm saying, all day. I'm not having to do all this stuff. It's a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, that's true.
I find other ways to
do long term.
That's why that's why I'm so adamant about playing basketball once a week, because I still love that competitiveness. I can get that through playing basketball at the rec, or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I work out so hard. I still have to have that release. I can't hit nobody
every day,
that
right?
hard.
Or what, 5 days?
Monday through Saturday. Right?
I don't mind. So
Yeah.
tomorrow's the one?
Yeah, tomorrow, because we missed yesterday and because my schedule changed.
Yeah.
They could have changed it.
You'll be there tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
You gonna be there?
Tuesday too, because I'm off.
You are?
Yeah,
Bet.
Tuesday. Wednesday, I think Wednesday going at, sorry. I think Wednesday I'll be there. I'm gonna be there all week because I didn't make up for these past.
Yeah, we gonna get it, fam. You gonna come, Jared?
Got back tomorrow.
Oh.
Back tomorrow, leave Tuesday. I'll be over there Wednesday, post up, and then I start on Thursday. Barton Creek? One. There's bro, their sales today, and the total was like 2,000 something.
We made that.
I did more than 2,000.
Oh my
I did
God.
more than 2,000. I was like,
I like that store. It's really nice.
I've heard really good
It's
things.
like us, like us, right?
Looks big.
It's the exact same layout.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think they out, yeah. But yeah.
So I hate to do this to you on the podcast. When you're coming to the gym.
Never.
Hey, when is he coming to the gym?
I mean, aren't you getting married? That would look good.
Well, we gotta get you in shape, dude.
Did you get standing, bro?
And
Oh, that was the beer chance.
I'm dead. And you don't want to ask you, right? You have a gallon today? No, you didn't.
Sorry.
You talking about that's the first time you had water today.
Yeah, actually, yes.
It's 8 o'clock in the afternoon. This is the first, dude. That kidney stone is developing right now.
Every day.
That kidney stone is developing right now, dude. I swear.
Honestly though, Paul, like,
It's like
anytime
building
I do
up.
stuff, I do drink water every fucking. I do traumatized.
Oh, yeah,
I can't.
Obviously, it wasn't bad enough.
You keep blood.
that shit hurt.
Oh, dude. You know that happened to homeboy from behind him.
Jeremy?
Lawrence. He's been doing 6 times.
Oh, he
6 times. But he's like 32, 36, 16, I don't know. But he's gonna do it like 6 times. I was like, dude, that's.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. After the first time, there's no shot of drinking anything else no more. I don't want to.
Margaritas.
I tricked my man.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
I tricked finally from drinking alcohol. Nothing.
Dude, he got me.
Got
He got me.
Got.
I got.
I
What?
And he got me like a little fucking kid, dude.
Like a fucking child.
Or he got me as a kid. I swear,
Literally,
like I was a
Where I'm
12
over
year
here
old. It was so
smiling at
easy.
him. Like, duh.
It's like, dude, it's a frozen lemonade. Oh, really? Fucking drunk.
After he jumped
And I was like, wow. I was like,
I'm drunk.
he's like started burning. Oh yeah, and I was like, Jerry, I'm intoxicated right now.
You know.
Nah, my favorite thing. I went to Applebee's the very first time I ever went with it, or the second time maybe. And I had a beer, and then I had the mega beer, the bigger one, and then I had a smaller one. And obviously, during those 2, I was still didn't feel a damn thing. He's like, bro, I didn't drive home. He's like, I'm getting home. I'm like, I'm driving, bro. He's like,
What? I swear, I'm the dad in the group. Swear. Who y'all going for? Do you care? Miami.
I probably want Boston because I want to see them win the ring.
No, you don't want to.
I mean, yeah, but I don't really like Miami. I never liked Miami.
For what?
The Spurs. So they picked
Oh
the
my
Spurs.
gosh.
You
You talking
Ray Allen.
about a decade ago?
When
Jeez.
was it? Not even. It was like what?
2012? Was it 2014?
2014. Yeah.
Shit, pretty close. Was it 6 years?
No, those times were like 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 more years to leave. 10.
I want Miami to win so bad. Cause
I definitely don't want the Warriors to win. That's for sure.
I think whoever comes out the East is winning.
Okay.
You're talking about the 2 best defensive teams in the NBA. And I think they're both top perimeter defenses. So you talk about Clay and Steph are not going to be able to get those just clear open shots they've been getting against these other teams. Well, we'll see, because my boy Jimmy, I need him to drop 58, maybe 10 rebounds, 6 assists off of 55% from the field. Watch up.
Paul, question back to the podcast. You're gonna do a routine for your wedding as well. I want to know.
Oh
That's what
yeah.
I want to know. I want to see a little humping on the ground, see the whole thing, bro.
Stay tuned.
Firsthand, for real.
Stay tuned.
I'm excited.
You said it's in a year.
The next to that.
Are you trying to get some forearms or traps or something? Well, like what are we trying to get for the wedding, dude?
And that's how I am.
Ooh, my man.
Are you satisfied with that, or do you want him to get better? You want him to stay stagnant? Do you want him to stay stagnant in life, or do you want him to get 1% better every day?
Just be in shape so you can.
See, when she first met me, I was a freaking stick.
You were.
So
No,
like
but we're
now
talking-
I'm healthy.
But we're talking about
No.
let's not let's not talk about the word healthy like that. Yeah.
That's a hard H word.
Come on, dude, let's eat some calves. You eat 20 grams of protein every meal?
I don't have like a skater cap like Darren here, but it's there, you know what I mean?
Dude, I want to start skating again, low
You
key.
still skater or
I
like,
do. I do.
and also you have time now.
Yeah, no. So basically, after my surgery, I didn't obviously got scared as hell to fall. I remember when I first got back on the board, I was just riding just to throw out the trash, and then a couple months after, I started skating again. I fell in December, but like downhill. I missed skating. It was just, but I slid, like I knew how to fall. I just scraped my ankle. I was chilling. I had a good time.
The skate parks out here?
Did you mess up your arm?
The skate parks
My
out here?
hand, yeah, I cut my hand here. What's up?
The skate parks out here?
Pretty sure. Like,
Pretty sure there is. I don't personally like to go skateboards. I don't like to do like street skating. I'd rather do like downhill skating.
Ooh,
Um,
I don't know how to
Scary.
do that one.
It is scary. Honestly, I think that's in the last podcast where I used to, well, my old roommate would go to Opie Schnabel, would do acid and then go over there and bomb hills.
It's like a terrible.
Oh, it's terrible.
combination.
It's like, no, that's terrible. One time, my old roommate, he was coming downhill after I had already done it, and I had turned around, I was watching him, I had already cleared and everything, I'm watching him, and so it's basically like a narrow, like,
Oh, it's not straight?
oh, no, this is on,
Dude.
this is on the, like, wilderness, like, it's like, there's a pavement,
Oh my
but this
god.
is like, in the woods, so like, you're going downhill, and there's like a walkway that's like this,
Oh
so
my
I
God.
told him, you know, when you're at the end of that walkway, be on the left side because you need to go right. If you're on the right side, you need to go right.
Yeah, you don't have enough.
And
You
you're not gonna
can't.
have enough turns.
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
gonna do it. So I did mine. I cleared it. It was coming back down. I'm watching him come down the walkway, and he's not on the left side.
Left
He's
side.
in the middle, like, and there's no shot. So once he clears that, I mean, he's trying to go right, but he went straight, and it's like a downward.
Oh my
I
god.
just remember it's like falling, this face forward, and boom, just like ate it, and like was laid on his back. It was out. I'm not gonna pull.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's like some, what's that old show on MTV?
Scarred.
Scarred.
Great show. Great
Scarred.
Yeah, they basically would just
Disgusting.
yeah, they do like crazy falls and stuff. They go to the hospital.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that shit. It's fucking
Yeah.
insane.
You're old, Brittney. I'm pretty sure you are.
That's a good show. It's a classic.
Do you have army suit? I'm sure you do.
Yeah, bro. Well, you can be more boring.
You can't be no nutshell, you know? Obviously, like you have all your shoes and you have a shit ton of shoes, okay? We all get that, but you have to do something.
You artsy.
You coach baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you say baseball?
Yeah, you got
Did y'all
art.
just finish now?
Yeah, we finished last week. We were there last week.
Did y'all win the playoffs or all stars?
No. We don't go to playoffs. We just like do a closing out ceremony. I believe that's on Saturday, but I won't be sorry about this cash work. But yeah.
I'll leave it go. So fuck them kids.
Yeah, no, it was just basically like a fun league.
Yeah.
Because they're T-ballers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what they do all around the country. They don't have like a whole championship.
Like
I
those
know.
little,
But
like,
when I was
little-
in T-ball, I think my mom said we did.
Really?
Yeah.
I think there's like all stars.
I guess it just depends on what league you're in.
True.
Yeah, you know some
How
parents
much
are
you
like
pay.
they don't like when it's like too competitive. And,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
When
still
I was in
good.
T-ball, bro, I see third baseman, and I knew the first baseman kid was the coach's son, and it was like a fat little short kid. Like,
Oh,
he
yeah.
sucked, bro.
Right.
Throw the ball, he wasn't catching. So at third base, and when the ball coming, bro, I knew he wasn't gonna catch, so I would run across the damn field, across the diamond to first base to get the guy out because I knew my nose. There's a picture, like my mom's grabbed him, I'm like running across. It's funny.
Bro, there's like I know there's like some leagues where like in especially like basketball, football, you know, when you got a kid that's like that's way, you know, athleticism is like giantly different as a kid. Like those kids that just can't get it takes a minute to get their coordination. The kid that's got that, it's like drastically different. So there's some leagues where parents will complain that other kids are too good and make them play older ages. Because it's not fair. Because their son, because they're like in fifth grade, but like somebody's kid's in fifth grade, but he's like 6'2". And they want, oh no, he's got to play with the eighth graders. It's like, he's still, you know, he's still in fifth grade. Why does he have to play with eighth? Oh, he's 6'2". It's like, it's not my fault your son's underdeveloped, you know?
It happened to me, but it wasn't for like me being good or bad. It was just because of my age. So I was like in middle school. I was in sixth grade and I was gonna play sports. Or no, I'm sorry, I was in seventh grade and I was gonna play sports and I was practicing seventh graders. And then like midway, like the principal like called me out and was like, "You can't play." I was like, "Why not?" And they're like, "Cause your age." And I was like mad. I went home crying. Like I was really mad. And then I had told my parents, and my parents they went to the school the next day and they told the principal like, "You're gonna let our daughter play." So they were like, "Okay, we're gonna try to figure something out." They let me play with the eighth graders, but then when I went to eighth grade, they told me I was gonna have to play with the freshmen. So I was like, "Yeah, bet I'll do it." So I was gonna play with Hardendale. But when I went to Hardendale, because I went to an academy, right? So when I went to Harlandale High School, they told me that they weren't gonna let me play because I was going to a whole different, like, it was still in the same district, I was going to academy. They just told me, freshmen have to leave like 2 hours early, like if they're gonna play away,
Mhm.
and, the academy wasn't gonna
It's
let
not
me
the
leave.
same
So,
schedule.
yeah, they weren't gonna let me leave. So I was
I-
pretty pissed off
Yeah,
about
that's
it,
stupid.
cause I know I could've got a scholarship, I know I could've.
Fire.
Because the softball coach at Harlandale, she's still there, by the way. She was my T-ball coach, my coach's pitch coach. So she like developed me, so she knew like, yeah, so she was telling my parents, like, trying to convince them to take me out of the academy and to put me at Harlandale. But I made the decision to not go to Harlandale because I wanted to graduate at the class that I was supposed to graduate. Because if I went to Harlandale, I wouldn't have graduated to 2018. And I didn't, yeah, or 2017.
From high school?
That's
Yeah.
still like a year.
And I didn't want that. I wanted to graduate in 2015, so that's why I chose not to. I was like,
I don't know, 15, it's a whole 3-year difference.
I got held back twice. Like, I did 3rd grade twice and I did 5th grade twice.
You alright?
I mean, I guess I was kind of mad at my mom because like I was telling my mom like, cause my mom wanted me to go to college, like she wanted me to get a scholarship, but I was just like, no, I'm not gonna sit with 16-year-olds. I'm 20. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit in
Oh, yeah.
fucking sophomore, junior, senior class with these stupid kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no offense, but I didn't want to do it.
Shit. If I got held back to our school, I'd be in the NFL right now.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
I'd be in the NBA, you know, playing with these kids now, jeez.
Yeah.
You weren't even supposed to be held back, you just held
Oh,
yourself.
yeah. Shit, this is my competition, let me start stat boosting. Jeez.
But see, now now that I look back at it, if I saw the way my life is gonna be, then I would have been like, you know what, fuck yeah, I'll just do the 2 extra years of high school. You know what I mean? Does that make
Did
sense?
y'all like high school?
I love high school.
Yeah, I like
I
high
had
school.
an amazing time in high school.
I did too.
A lot of.
I was a somebody before I got
Oh,
to college. And
I still talk to all my friends from high school.
Shit.
I talked to all my friends from high school. They're still all.
Not all mine, but
What's
my-
my Brownsville's so small. It's just
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I grew up
it's
with-
actually,
I
yeah.
grew up with all of them.
Yeah.
Middle school, high school, and I talk to them all the time. All of them.
because buddies I did guard 615, we were all from high school.
High school.
Yeah. Well, even before that, middle school,
I was saying,
basically.
like, all
Yeah.
my friends I've known since middle school, so it's always been like family, essentially.
Yeah, that makes sense. You had a good
So
time.
our high school was amazing.
What
Especially
was
the South
how big
End.
was it? Like
Uh,
student body population, if you could guess. Or what was your graduating class?
It was like a good amount, like over 1,000.
Oh, really?
Oh, what?
This total student body?
No, in our class.
Your class?
Hey.
Okay. Was that the only high school in Brownsville?
There's 6 high schools. Ours
Really?
was the-
So Brownsville's not that small. Though.
Brownsville's the 13th biggest.
That's right.
city
I remember
in
you telling me
Texas.
that. They're not, yeah, it's not
They're
that
not
small.
small. They're small town, like,
Los Fresnos.
like those Fresno's not part of Brownsville. So it's like Brownsville is its own, but it's not that small. Like, cause when you enter Brownsville, you're gonna be on that north side of Brownsville where my family lives and all that. You still have that middle part of Brownsville, then you have Old Southmost. And Old Southmost is way like deep on the other side. There's a lot of land there. And then if you go towards like South Padre area, all that's Brownsville until you actually get to Port Isabel, and all that is Brownsville.
Dang.
So all those people are all part of Brownsville. It's over 100 and something thousand people.
With support this bill and the South Padre is part of.
Not Brownsville, the city before. Everything like going that way is Brownsville.
Dang.
Once you get to Port Isabel, they change it and all that. This Fresno's is different, Olmito is different. They're sister cities, but they're not the same, but they're still a really big city. But the high school that I went to, when I first started there as a freshman, that was the first year it had ever been opened.
Oh,
Brand new high school.
gotcha.
Yeah, so when I was leaving middle school in 2009, 2010, they were already open, Veterans Memorial, and we were gonna be the first full graduating class. So when my first year, freshman year, there was only 2 grades at Veterans, which was 9th grade and 10th grade. Those 10th graders, though, they had to obviously have gone to a different high school the year
Right,
before.
because they got zoned for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
got done. So they were going to PACE before.
Right.
Which I would have ended up going to if Veterans was never open. But
Mhm.
they opened Veterans and we all went over there. It was awesome. That school was beautiful. State of the art school, like it's amazing. Beautiful. Really, really nice.
What about you, Paul?
What?
High school?
Fantastic.
Really? So everybody had a good experience in high school?
Swagger.
What was that?
The northeast side town. Well, I guess.
Oh, you're one of the wrong teams? Oh, I'm surprised.
Northside,
What's
Northside.
the South Side or what?
I mean, I was born in Southside,
Oh.
that's why I went to school there.
County.
And then, that was fantastic. You know?
Really?
I didn't really do sports because I was like, I mean, I wasn't dumb, but like, I just fell down a lot of shit. So I didn't do sports, but I was really good, like, you know,
Danced.
in basketball. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, and that too. Yeah, so I lived in the studio. I lived
Really?
there.
Okay, so I actually have questions about your dancing. Is it hard to make choreography?
What, anyone I see?
Actually, no.
No, I mean, I have never made up a dance.
No. She does it all.
Does it.
Really? Is it hard?
I think when you
Is
have
it
done it for years, it's just like
comes
out.
naturally?
And that's, so again, I got,
Oh, wait, since you're here, introduce yourself. You're just like talking off camera.
Just join, just come.
Right,
on.
yeah, you better just join at this point.
this is gonna be a lot of film. I want you to know that. 'Cause
I know what I'm doing. Come on now. I'm going on year 2. Almost 3. In August.
Introduce yourself, so on and so forth.
I'm Brooke, Paul's fiance.
Woo, woo, woo.
Dance partners.
Yeah, so that's actually, so again, so back to your question about dancing is that, I started off, this house on our podcast, I was 2 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
So 2, I was 2 years old.
Those are no.
Somebody, I showed you a video of starting, I haven't showed it you that.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that was basically me,
That's awesome.
so, that's what I was doing all my life. I missed out on, you know, all these cool activities with like your friends, you know, and this and that.
Partying and drugs.
Yes, yes. Well, you know, I started like my senior year. And I
Partying and
started-
drugs?
Yes. Not like Jerry. You
That was a
know.
highlight.
So, but, you know, I had this, again, on a podcast, I was saying everything as far as, you know, going through competitions and backup dancing, so on and so forth. So it was a good experience, but again, I wanted to do sports.
Mm.
I love basketball. I loved it. You know, again, can I go now? Probably not. I'll probably last half a year.
You'd be surprised.
You know?
After 2 weeks of like going
Yeah.
consistently, you'd be surprised you can get it back.
On a full game, like 5v5, I'll last. But if it's like a 2v2 or like whatever the hell it is, like half.
Where it's like a lot of space.
Yeah. Then okay. You know, but I was good at basketball. Middle school, obviously, you know, 18 on crap, but high school, I slacked off. I was, you know, obviously, you know, I know you're here, but like the girls, I got into the girl phase and dancing, and I got into, you know, I did a lot of PCNs. I got hired for a lot.
Some videos, remember?
A lot.
So what, dancing?
Yeah. So I got hired, they hired me, so on and so forth. I would do it every weekend. That's how I get it.
That video I showed you is like keeps them on.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Is that at Quinceañera?
That's what keeps you
Was that at Quinceañera?
Anyway,
Was it?
they're going to my Instagram. He's like
That's how they,
Yeah.
every day.
that's how they get down at Quinceañeras?
Hey,
I've not seen
The
it.
dad was pissed off.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Really?
Shit, I want a Quinceañera.
I feel like, not back then, not that one, but the quinceañeras were a little, like, the performances, like, they're just different, like, not like now, like, you were able, like.
People
they
too
were-
sensitive now, so they want to like dial back.
Yeah, like, I guess. They'd hire, like, people.
I was about to say, I know we love it. Because like when back in the day, they used to hire like companies that would be dancers for. And so like kids, like teenagers and stuff would sign up with the company and then quinceañera people would hire the company and those teenagers and kids would go and dance for their quinceañera.
Yes.
And a lot of times like nowadays it's not like
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's he literally explained it all. So yeah, so I would always get hired every weekend, all the time.
And you get paid for it?
Oh yeah, $300, dude.
Oh shit.
For just for like 4 practices and then for the 8 minutes. And
Oh, 300?
Mhm.
Oh man.
yeah.
Why don't you stop?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I stopped because I wanted to do my life. You know, as soon as I turned 18, obviously I was like growing up, you know, next family is also where you're 18 you're not.
Yeah.
I want to have a job. So my first job obviously was at the So
They don't
Ever
have
since
space
then.
jams.
so God damn it.
How'd you, I wanna like ask, how'd you get into dancing? Like, like was it in your family?
Yeah,
Like,
so
you said it was
my
your family?
so my aunt started the company. Yeah, my aunt started dancing obviously like when she was younger too, and then when obviously that was her passion, and then she opened her company, and then she got everybody involved, my aunt, my uncle, my cousin, so on and so forth. So it was just from like back in the I'm pretty sure if you even mentioned like this like your family, the Image Club back then.
Mhm.
That's how they got off of that. But she opened that company, and I just got forced into it. This is obviously like to stay clean, stay active, and not be
Oh, okay.
into going to parties and stuff
Right.
like that. They're just trying to keep me in pace. Because every day I was like every single day after school,
Keep you off the
home,
streets.
eat,
kind of
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And back then, obviously, at that time, my side of town was bad. I mean, obviously, from the west side and south side, like you're still China Grove area, right? You're still
Yeah,
there.
south.
Obviously, like in the Kirby area, it was in Somerset, like that. So they didn't want me to be anywhere like with my friends. So I was just active, but my main goal was obviously is to play sports. You know what I mean? I was still popular, but I didn't do sports. But everyone knew I could play, but they knew me and my cousins were dancing.
Yeah,
Right.
everybody knew
So
you dance.
everyone like dance, so
So where did Joan meet? It's through dancing. but
yeah. So her best friend, I danced for her.
I think it's
Yeah.
For what?
my best friend, like basically grew up with him, she started dancing when like 10.
Yeah. Awesome.
And so I always I danced with her in high school, and she did high school and studio dance, and so that's how, I mean, when we got older, it was after high school she introduced us to each other, but I always knew him as her escort, her quinceañera escort.
Yeah.
So, but they were they all grew up, so.
I got you. So you knew of him before you all started.
Yeah, I knew of him, but I was like, oh.
I knew of her because on Snap, I was sharing Snap.
Yeah, but he would see me on her Snap, but I wouldn't see him. I didn't see any pictures besides her quinceañera.
Watch his videos and stuff. Hotline bling.
Stop, bro.
But he was way younger because her quinceañera was 10th grade or 10th grade.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're good.
So he looked way younger than when I actually met him. So I always pictured him
I was
as
short.
the younger version.
I was short.
But it was just it wasn't here y'all date, it was just and he got introduced
I hit it up.
to his grandma, and we were actually gonna go out with his sister, and then I met him, but it wasn't
gave her that
it was just
SB10.
he was being funny, but about some other girl, and I was kind of laughing too. But it was just I didn't think I was gonna see him again.
Cut it out.
Yeah, but and then obviously
It's the way the world works.
Yeah. So she actually met me when I was at Foot Locker. So I would always tell her, hey, come through, blah blah. I got you, but
Space Jams, go box.
yeah.
no, he hooked up someone else in the space. That's the other difference.
Damn, dude.
No.
I don't know. Took him.
She cut it out, you say it, yeah.
I'm not cutting shit up. I'm not editing shit, dude.
Wait, that was Foot Locker, that was one time.
Yeah.
That was,
I think it should be all right.
it's you made with Foot Locker, you had whatever,
I told them the story.
It wasn't
how
that long
how I left.
yeah,
So.
you told them the stories of how you left and how you left.
So and then I was at the game for obviously 4 or 5 years, but
For real? From Foot Locker to Chico?
yeah,
What were you doing? Was it that time?
you watch the podcast. No. I was doing that stuff, like sales stuff. And I was for Foot Locker. I went to the pawn shop. I was there, yeah. I was at the pawn shop, and then I was with her at Roadhouse for like 3 freaking shifts. Terrible. Three shifts.
Did you work at a gun store?
With pawn shop.
Oh, that's
So
fine, okay.
they sold a lot of guns there, and then I went to the Console Plus for 2 years, and then obviously I got the opportunity to come back to the shoe store. She was like, I don't think you should, and I was like, no, man, I missed it. I missed the other culture. I missed everything. You know, I missed how everything was. I missed so many shoes. I missed freak. You know, and sometimes seeing all these shoes that you have, like, well, on this side mostly. But you know, some stuff that like y'all had, you know, all the damn man, I missed that. And then she got her first pair of shoes, and then I got her hooked on it.
What was your first pair of shoes?
I think I didn't talk about it the other day. What was it?
The Jesus
I
2.0?
didn't get my shoes till we moved, because he started working and the pandemic started, and then when I started to pick back up again, then we moved. And then I was pregnant, so what did I wear?
I think it was the
I mean,
beach mochas. I think that was like the first one that she liked, and yeah.
Okay.
And then I got her like the UC, the Hyper Royal, so on and so forth.
Those.
Kept going.
where at your house?
Yeah, yeah.
What was that?
So, kept going on all the way, yeah.
Amazing.
And then we got all the free money, like the child stuff, bro. I was get it. They got that. So, but that's actually so that's basically how it is as well. But I think it's actually to end off like the segment. I feel like it should be good to actually have like our last topic. I actually asked you, where do you see the shoe game going from that? As far as do you think that the Jordan hype is dying? Or is the dunk hype is at like its all-time peak? Because of like all the Jordans are now sitting, do you think that they're making too many? Or everyone is just like, they're making too many? Because again, like when we were growing up, obviously, remember all the year of, it's the year of the threes, year of the ones, the year of the 12s, the year of the 8s. Shoes were sitting because everyone like was excited for them like and next year, man, we're getting like those threes and so on and so forth. Oh yeah, we another 4 years for it to come back out. I don't think you were, you know, in shoes like that at that time. This
What year?
Oh shit. I mean this before
This is like
20
2009, so it's through 2014.
yeah, from like those 7 years was like every year was everything different. It was from like a year of the 4s, a year of the 3s, a year of the 11s. Like it was just every year was like one shoe that came out.
Oh, really?
And now they're coming out constantly.
Oh, it's too many.
I feel like they neglect some. There's not that many 7s that come out. The first time the 7s come out this year was the Sapphires.
I don't think I've ever seen a pair of sevens.
Last year,
No, but
last year was the Flint. No,
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like they should bring that back. You know, they should bring back because like remember like
8s, 9s,
yeah,
10s.
yeah.
Never 10s, especially.
My first year at Foot Locker, it was the year of the 8s. So they had the Chrome 8s, they had the Playoff 8s, they had the other Aqua 8s, they had God. It was like I said, you know, and then like obviously for the next 6 months it would be a shoe and then it'll be a 1. And then, you know, again, it'll come back to other Brown release or so on and so forth, then it'll be 11. And so on and so forth, then be back to the 8. You know, I feel like they should bring that back.
Yeah.
Or at least do like a month full of like, you know, of like a shoe, and then every month be something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Not just like, man, every month is two ones coming out. And so on and
There's a
so
lot
forth.
of ones right now.
It's too many ones. Too many ones.
I disagree, but
A lot of ones.
What do you think?
well, first of all, I don't think the hype is dying. I think they're doing that because the demand is growing. Because you don't overproduce shoes unless there's a demand for. Now, I just think that some colorways are hit. Some of them they miss on the colorway. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Brothers, they sit.
Yeah.
They sit.
Well, like,
Because-
that goes back to his point earlier.
Yeah, the thing behind it, I think it's more just the colorway. You know, not many people you know, that's this color's
Oh, the
tough.
Lakers won, you know what I mean? You know?
Yeah, that's the only thing you could really, if you're trying to sell the shoes, only thing you can really pull out your ass for that. Oh, Lakers, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think they're just trying to appeal to demand. It's just the colorways that determines where they sit or not, for the ones at least.
Well,
I think that's in my opinion.
Everyone's now excited for I know I am. The Chicago ones. You know what I
I think
mean?
everybody.
I think we're all gonna
Yes.
like double up on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, how long has that been taken? You know, it's been what, since 2013?
No.
2015, right? It's been a minute. So 2015. So again, it's been 7 years, whatever the heck it
They
is.
do that strategically.
Now, also, I think the last one had that dumbass jump me a little bit. No?
Yeah.
But it's like, again, it used to be every 4 years.
Yeah.
They just come out.
But I think they're doing that. I think they do that strategically. It's the psychology of consumerism. Because we've all been with, you know, it's the holy grail of Jordan 1, right? Chicago, right? Well, if you're dropping them, like, you know, these, you know, you can drop shoes like these, whatever. You know, they'll sit, they don't, resellers will buy them up if not. Because they don't have to worry about shoes sitting too long. A reseller's eventually gonna buy them or whatever have you. When it comes to stuff like that, or you only drop one every 10 years, the moment that shoe is available, gone. It's gonna be gone everywhere.
It's gonna
Everywhere.
cause chaos, bro. Like it's.
They love that though. That's
Well, I mean, think about last year, fucking cool Red 11s.
oh
For months before they even came out.
Oh.
Y'all gonna get the 11s?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get them? When are you gonna do it? What are y'all gonna do with it? For months, and then months after, they still were
Yeah.
calling and calling. That's
and they actually made a decent amount of the cool
That's
rates.
what I'm saying, and that's because we restocked so many
Yeah.
times, and by the third or fourth restock, no one fucking wanted them.
And do you think they're doing the same thing with the dunks too?
Yeah, so like, with the whole
Because
topic about
they've been into
time,
dunks before us.
Yeah,
Or,
before them all.
I'm not a dunk guy. I'm not.
Yeah. So like that's the topic of like the culture of like Jordan 1 and all that and dunks. I mean, I feel like when we were talking about at work the other day, with Jordans in general are never gonna go out of style. They're never gonna lose the hype of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like people will always love them because that's kind of the shoe that started it all. And
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. Dunks very popular now because 2 years ago Travis Scott released SBs and all an SB, and then from then on they just took that and ran with it, Nike especially, but they took it with just regular dunks, not SBs. SBs got popular that first year, and every SB that would come out that year would be $600 right off the bat, $700 right off the bat. Right now they're not. Right now SBs are jogging, they're like $200, which is awesome. Before obviously they were like $100, $87. That's fine.
That's back in the 80s,
Oh,
right?
no,
No, I'm saying like the SBs. They started in the 80s, right?
2002. 2002. SB, regular dunks started in 1985 along with Jordan 1s.
Mhm.
Well,
The
that's
same silhouette.
Yeah, it was kind of like
Yeah.
a silhouette essentially. And then in 2002, where SBs came out, where it was just specifically for skateboarding. Just that's what SB is for, is
Mhm.
skateboarding. That's why they're like padded.
I know. Yeah, I was saying.
and all
I
that
know
stuff.
that's like.
That's why they're all padded dunks. I feel like dunks are, I'm not gonna say never gonna go out of style, but right now they are.
I could say
Boom.
everybody always asks for the dunks over the ones.
Yeah.
But
now-
again, it's like the dunks are just taking over. It's like
Like I said, even then also with the whole Last Dance thing as well with Jordans. I mean, before that documentary, Jordan were saying for a while.
Yeah.
For a long time, they've always been saying. I feel like the demand has always been there, but especially after the Last Dance, the demand was way more there than also given every single person in the country money, and then also everyone having time on their hands because of COVID.
Yeah.
There was nothing else for them to do but to buy shoes, essentially. But now that that time is fading away, all that money's gone. The COVID's pretty much gone from now. A lot more Jordans are sitting because the people who cared about them when they had them, when they had the time, were not real fans of shoes.
Yeah,
They wouldn't even have the
Yeah.
passion. They just wanted it because everyone else had it.
Yeah.
Because it was the thing to do. But people who actually care about them are still there, and that will never be gone.
I think that helped with getting more sneakerheads because like I started late. I didn't even get into sneakers till college, or at least Jordans, and that's why I'm such a big fan of Jordans because that's obviously all ones.
Yeah.
Well, I got 2 4s.
Yeah.
It's all ones because that's the shoe that got me in. And even before I was into Jordan 1s, it was always high tops. If I had Vans, they were high tops. If I had some Dunk highs, used to hoop in high tops. Everything was always high tops. Air Force 1s, high tops, high tops, high tops. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, this is like a dunk. I love dunks, but it's got the Jordan thing. I was like, oh, those are Jordan
You
1s?
like dunks? Dunk types.
Yeah, yeah. I probably won't ever buy a pair, but I appreciate them. But it's just this, when I saw this silhouette with this, I was like, this is me. That's why I feel like I can rock almost any mid or any one retro, because this is me. At least that's how I feel when I see a pair of ones. And in fours, I was like, I just got into fours literally like a couple years ago. And I was like, I like them. I feel like it's not really me, but
You don't like
I'll need to
threes,
get
I
it.
like the fives.
I love threes.
it's literally ones and fours. That's it. Now, like I appreciate like the threes, like I appreciate them. I'll never buy a pair.
You trying them on?
Yeah, I'll never buy a pair of them. Same with the 11s. I appreciate them. I understand. I understand there.
Like I stopped it.
I understand the, the Concords. Like I understand the significance of. I would never buy.
11, like to me is like the other best shoe of all time.
You said the 11?
11, yes.
It's the
Because
one
that's
most known.
yeah, they
I
got
still don't know.
Okay.
That's why I almost died when that lady came in and was like, "Oh, this doesn't have enough J."
Jordan J in it.
When the ladies, so you weren't there, really. So I had a lady come in to the store, looking at the 7210 lows, right? Jordan 11 lows. She's trying. At first, she asked me, "Oh, what's the latest J out right now?"
Red flag.
Right.
Red flag right there.
Like that one over there. Heritage. Brotherhood. Right? Oh, okay. What about you? Oh, it's cool. Like 2 weeks ago. Cool. It was a 7210 lows. Just trying them on or whatever, and then like she's just kind of iffy about it. I'm like, oh, like how they fit. And she's like, yeah, they're nice and cool, but there's just not enough J in them.
Was it? What is enough J?
She probably wanted.
Well, she was wearing team flannels. She was wearing team flannels. So that she was like, yeah, there's like there's nothing that shows like that Jordan like these are Jordans. I'm like, I was like, this is the Jordan 11. This is the most like you're wearing them. Some of them know they're Jordan because they're the Jordan 11. You don't tell me what have enough J on it. What are you talking about? I was like, just because it doesn't have Jordan written all over it or 23. She's like, you guys don't make me anymore. It's on fucking Team Jordans. I'm like, no, of course not. We don't. Yeah, that kills me, man.
We just don't know. Just like, was that me and you there when that person came in asking for the 85 Jordan 1 Chicago? Somebody came in asking for the 1985 Jordan 1 Chicago's. I was like, so do you have this? I was like, you mean like that shoe you talking about? I showed her like, I have a Jordan 1. I was showing whatever. She's like, no, this shoe. I was like, oh, the shoe from 1985? These are still in store? I was like, no, fam. Oh, so she's like, you know where I can find them? I was like, online. You're not finding them anywhere.
That's where it kills me. That's the worst. You know where I can find them? I was like that because I work at once.
The bad. Yeah, I'm more bad.
Walking in the mall before my shift and be like, okay, these people have this, so now when someone calls me on the phone, I can tell them they have it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Like these shoes, I was like, man, this shoe came, it was a lady. Like this shoe came out in 1985. No store, no retail store has these in stock.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, really?
Surprised that they even are even intact.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah. So long ago.
Actually, I know some guy who has the 1985 Chicago's.
Still wearable and all that?
No,
Display pretty much.
the display, yeah.
I think James Velez.
Yeah, I was gonna say James.
James Velez, honestly, his collection is probably one of the greatest I've ever seen. By far, his what the dogs, all the top white ones, all the Union boards.
Who's that?
He's the one that owns John.
But I'm gonna say the vaulting, I believe they have them as well.
Really?
They have them displayed.
I wouldn't doubt it. Honestly.
James has, yeah.
He's cool. I like the vaults. I think they're very genuine to like the culture and stuff like that. I like them. They're really nice.
Yeah, they are.
I never heard of.
Mocha.
It'll
be fine.
Is that Ingram or?
The vaulting? No, they're
no,
around by like St. Mary's.
They've been around for a while. When I first moved here, they had like a little. Honestly, their store was this big.
Yes,
Jeez.
Their
it
store was
was.
this big. You would walk in and it was just literally like this, and then a little thing on the side, and then register was right there.
They've come a long way.
That was when I first moved here like 4 years ago, and then like that I followed them on Instagram and they would post videos and stuff, and then they moved to a different store, which is the store before the one they have right now, and that one was booming for a while over there on St. Mary's, and now they have the new one. They have
And they
people
have
all over.
hella shoes.
Yeah, hella shoes. Their vintage clothes is great. It's crazy. They have people all around San Antonio that know them. They really love them. Yo, what's up with Miami right now, man?
Somebody's
You know,
quiet.
it's you know, it's the
That's
first
why it's
half.
quiet, bro.
It's the first. That's 9-point game.
Yeah, I'm terrible now.
Like,
Oh,
damn, dude.
And, yeah.
This guy.
Is that cup empty?
Yes.
Nah.
Cool, actually. Because there's the matter of air in there.
Yeah, dude. Come on now.
Have you ever had like someone ask you like, oh, is it half full or half empty? It's always half
It's always
full.
full.
Because the other half that's empty is
Air.
matter.
Air has pressure.
That's what happens when you talk about
One last question. What made you choose?
Goodbye.
What made you choose that subject?
Funny you ask. It's in my book, guys. I got a book coming out. All right. So I've always been a science. I've always been a numbers guy. Even as a little kid, I was always about probability and statistics, right? Probably because sports. That's all that matters.
Just
Your
don't even know
stats.
12 times 3 though.
Anyway, it's besides the point.
Is that true?
No, I was doing math. I was doing math. We're talking about like 12 million times, like some man. I just off by like 2, 3, whatever. Anyway, so I've always been a numbers guy, right? So my original plan, I wanted to be a forensic scientist. Those are people that work on like the police departments and do like trajectory of bullet. So it's science. So they're like fingerprints, DNA, yada yada yada. So I was gonna go to University of Tennessee. They have a forensics program. I was gonna get my degree. I was gonna work at a police department. I wanted to get into like special operations or like SWAT team type of thing. So that's where I wanted to go. I took a physics class senior year in high school. So it was like late because I took 3 years criminal justice. Like I was set on going into forensic science. And so I took a physics class senior year and I was like, I liked it. I was good at it. We got to the space stuff. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh shit. This is cosmology. This study of the cosmos, or this is actually like, this shit's wild. Like, this is what I want to do. This is literally like just one random day. I thought, oh, this is what I want to do.
Strong is awesome.
And then ever since then, that's like, I knew exactly what I wanted. It was literally just that day in class. It was that first day. We're going over space. By the end of the class, I was like, this is what I want to do.
I love space. I do. I always tell them like, man, I want to go to the planetarium, but I've heard they closed down.
Out here? I know
There's
that.
one in Sac.
I don't know if it is.
Central College.
Oh,
So they have so I went probably twice, and one time it was a little stormy, so they couldn't open up the little
yeah.
thing. So next time, the last and every time I ever went, I was 12 years old, and they opened it up, and they had like a big old, what's that called?
Telescope?
Telescope. Fell off.
Or UTSA they have a observatory. You can look at stuff, I think the first of every month.
You didn't know?
It is. Yeah, dude.
Pretty cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's open to the general public, so you don't have to be a student. Just anybody. Yeah. Pretty nice. I went to like a couple. But yeah, man. So I'm out here just trying to find that.
What's your main goal in your career path?
My main goal is
Get
to
money.
Because
that.
I feel like with astronomy, a lot of the things that like amaze me about astronomy is discovery.
Oh
You're
yeah,
discovering things that no one has ever discovered ever.
yeah. Stuff that's so far. Like the stuff that like what I'm currently studying, I can't even put into words for you guys to understand how far away this shit is. Like
some China shit, like where they're like years in advance.
you're talking. If you were to travel,
Or Japan?
to put simply, if you're traveling at the speed of light, which I don't even know if you guys understand how fast it is, it's 180,000 miles a second. Not an hour. 180,000 miles a second. That's the speed of light in miles per hour, or miles per second, right? If you were to travel that fast, it would still take you 400 years to get the closest planetary nebula from us. It's 400 light years, right? So we're talking astronomical lengths of scale. The universe is 14 billion years old. That means the universe isn't infinite. It has a beginning. There's an edge to the universe, right? It's 14 billion light years away, right? So if you were to travel at the speed of light, it would take you 14 billion years to get to the edge of the universe. And that's assuming it doesn't expand any more than it already is.
So do you believe in
Wait, I learned about let me finish. But that's just how, like, that's the level of scale of massiveness that astronomers have to deal with every day. It's just, that's the hardest part about getting into it. You got to think on a different scale of like, you know, like a lot to you. Like when I hear a lot, it's a different level in astronomy. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of trillions of miles away for like stuff that we can see at a telescope. But yeah, what was your question?
So like you believe in like the whole atmosphere and all
Yeah,
that, like
atmosphere.
as far as like you believe in like the whole of the galaxy and all that, like, you know, other
The
like
Big Bang
universes,
theory,
yeah,
the
there you
Big
go.
Bang
Oh.
theory of how the
Well,
universe was created.
The Big Bang has actually been, for the most part, pretty much proven because of cosmic microwave background radiation. So it's kind of hard to explain, but like it's no longer like a loose theory. It's pretty, like we're pretty certain that's how it happened. Yeah.
Another thing with the whole, that there's a beginning and end of the universe. So at the end of, like, let's say, obviously we can't see it, right? With the
Oh, yeah.
telescope, obviously.
No,
But, so at the end of it, is it just like a wall?
exactly. We don't know.
It's just, we don't know.
We don't know.
So what if it's, like, you go so far that it's just kind of looking back at the beginning? Is that
Exactly.
possible?
Yeah, that's
So I remember
different
being in
theories.
astronomy, when I was in high school, that, like, let's just say we had a telescope to see like that far. How do we know that we're not looking like backwards, like from like before?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well,
oh my, like,
one of the big theories is that, so since light takes so long to get to us, a lot of the stars you see in the sky, they don't even exist anymore. Because the light is so far that if we were to go out there and travel to it, it's already gone.
Yeah, that light's been traveling towards us.
Yeah, it's been it's well, so like you gotta don't, because like on Earth we think of light instantaneously because it's everything's so close. You know, we were traveling 180 or 180,000 miles per second in a room that's 10 feet. It's instant when you turn it on. But if you increase the length, it's like throwing a ball. It's gotta get there. It takes 8 minutes for light to get from us to the sun. So if the sun were to go away right now,
Be 8 minutes later.
that last beam of light will take 8 minutes to get to us. So when it finally goes black, that sun's gonna be on for at least 8 minutes. So when you look at stars that are, let's just say for sake of argument, 10 billion light years away, that light that's just now hitting us, it took 10 billion years to get to us.
So it could already be gone. Most
Yeah.
likely is gone.
Yeah, a lot of them are already gone. Or if you go back, if you look back, if you look deep into space long enough, you're looking at like the past. You're looking at the past. Something like that. It's all about like time. Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy.
Time gets really tricky when you talk about space. It's really tricky.
Yeah, that's because that's all we know in our galaxy, our planet, like
Yeah.
the timing of other planets and other galaxies.
Oh yeah,
You know,
it's dicey.
like, have you seen the movie Interstellar?
Yeah,
Bro, there's a time where they go onto a planet, they've been there for like an hour.
yeah, it's by
and,
a
like,
black hole.
27 years on Earth.
Yeah, even the dude in the spaceship.
Martian.
Yeah, the dude in the
The
spaceship.
Martian's good, but Interstellar is more of like the dimensions of our Earth, of
Yeah.
things that are like going on around us that we don't realize, and things like that. It's really great. Like I'm saying, the Earth thing is because we're leaving Earth, like in the movie, because Earth is dying essentially.
Yeah.
We're running out of like food and things like that. Like time's up for Earth, so they're trying to find a place to live essentially. So they send these astronauts over there, trying to find a place to live, but they don't realize that they did that because they're gonna be the last humans essentially. Like they're trying to make them the last humans so they can recreate humankind
Yeah.
again somewhere else. But when they go onto one of the planets that they're trying to make their new planet, they're telling them the time is very different from Earth. When you're down there, you need to be fast because years are going by
Yeah.
on Earth as the minutes are going by.
Because it's a planet that's next to a black hole that's
Yeah.
warping space time.
Yeah, so they're only on there for less than an hour, but once they get back
They
to the
get
space
30,
station-
40 minutes.
Yeah. They
So
get
they
back to
look-
the space station, and the man that they left there,
Oh,
like, as part of the mission,
old.
he has a whole beard, he's already so many years
He's
older.
like
it's
60 years,
20-something
yeah.
years that he's been gone, that they've been gone.
He's like, I
That's
thought,
like an hour. He said, I
yeah.
thought you'd never come back.
yeah,
Like,
I thought you
something
guys
like
never
that.
come back. Because he kept going out of
Yeah.
cryo sleep to
Yeah.
like to preserve
Because he
himself.
thought they were coming.
But he
They
stayed
don't
up there
go
for
like
like he stayed up there for like 20 to 30 years or something like that, waiting for him. They finally came back to them. It's been like 40 minutes.
Yeah,
To him, it's been 30 years.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's also including
Interstellar.
That's also including his family on Earth. So Matthew McConaughey is the one going onto that planet.
Oh, it's Matthew McConaughey.
It's amazing. It's a beautiful movie.
Yeah, it's
He gets back to the space station and the guy on the space station tells him like, "Yo, it's been this many years." Well, his daughter and his son
Grown.
are on Earth. Well, now they're grown with their own
Yeah,
kids.
they were little kids when he left. They're
Yeah, now
grown.
they're grown with their own
Dang,
kids.
3 hour movie.
Oh, bro,
Yeah, it's
best
a long
3 hours of your
It's a
life.
long movie.
I've seen that movie so many times, cried in that movie. I love that.
Why? I don't think I have it on DVD.
That's
No.
all
Great.
great.
It's an amazing
Yeah, it's
Anne
a
Hathaway?
it's a good movie if you want to like.
And it's kind of like the very, very ending, but the end of it when he's in that dimension thing. Great movie.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, y'all need to watch that.
Yeah,
Space is cool, man.
love it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be your life for the next big guy.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Study stars, man. I want to get into black holes, but I'm gonna stick with. I study stellar evolution, so how stars evolve, because the stars have like a life cycle depending on how big they are, and I study how the dust that these stars produce affect their environment.
See that picture they took of the black
hole? You see our galaxy?
Yeah, I saw that last
I
week.
did.
Amazing.
It's
It
pretty
was the first
fucking
time.
So, and, like all that trail shit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah. Our galaxy is only held together because of that.
Yeah, it was all a theory up until this point. Now we have a picture, we have proof. It's proof, yeah. Because you know, you see a piece of our galaxy, it's a spiral,
Something in the middle.
and they're like, it's got to be spinning because there's got to be something in the middle of it. It's just
Holding it all
a
together.
giant black hole.
So how?
It's just holding its
How are
entire
they
galaxy
sucking
together.
into it?
Yeah, well, that and how the fuck did he get a picture of it?
Bro, telescope, so you can view light different wavelengths, right?
Mhm.
So I believe it was infrared. I observed an infrared, which is like so you know, like microwave is big, and as you get to like X-rays, it's like higher. So the longer the frequency, you can look deeper into space. But the deeper you look, the less resolution you have. But they're able to use a very, very, very powerful telescope. I mean, you talk about billion-dollar telescopes that they use, and they use just different wavelengths to get images and stuff. And it's just again the light that comes in, we're able to see it. It's all light. When I build a little I do community service like elementary, middle school, whatever. And I always tell them that, you know what's crazy? Have you ever wondered how astronomers can know so much about light? It's literally, we get all the stuff we know about light. It's literally it. It's light. One thing we get, light. With that, we can tell how big something is, how far something is, what it's composed of. We can tell if it's hydrogen, helium, what's in the core. We can tell all this shit just from the light, dude. It's fucking crazy. Well, but hey guys, we had a little science detour right there. All right, y'all want to throw out your socials, or I'll give everybody the floor to say some last little words, whatever. Well, this is,
I don't even know what my Instagram is, bro.
oh my gosh.
I'm not giving out mine.
I just.
Well, you don't have to. It's just, or if you want to say something.
Last time he posted.
2 years ago.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's, yeah.
I'll be sending you videos.
April
you'll
5th,
be
2021 Easter.
Oh,
I'm
my
active,
God.
but I'm more like.
But my Instagram is Jerry Guns with 2.
Oh, the back, okay, they're within 9.
I might not watch the second half 'cause I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I might just wait and then just look online once the game's over. Just look it up. I'm using there.
This episode has been like, well put together. It's fun, man.
No, I heard like.
All right, you got the floor. Everybody's get the floor. You can either give out your socials, you got a website, or if you just want to say something. Adios, hasta luego.
I'm private, I like to keep it that way.
Oh, it's not your turn. It's your turn. All right, bro. Chill. The way he signed the front of it. No, I'm capping. Okay. No.
Well, my Instagram is going on with 2 underscores.
All right, fantastic.
I wish you could do like a little pop up.
Right?
I'm not doing all that. That's so much editing. Jesus. Go ahead.
I'm good, man.
I would like to say one thing, my heart goes out to you, Baldwin.
Oh yeah.
Some family
Terrible.
out there and just, I mean, it hits close to time.
Yes, sir. We actually met a guy at work today who's from there. What was he called? What's like that?
Oh, he just got
He
married.
got married the other day.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
his wife is from Brownsville.
Honestly,
I'm from Brownsville.
I didn't have to check him, so I didn't know.
Well, once they said Uvalde, we were like,
I'm sorry, but I really know what he said.
I don't know what your guys like
political views are, but you know, and I'm not a big advocate for the death penalty, but if there's somebody that deserves it, I'm okay if you got the death. Well, I'm just saying people that do stuff like that,
Yeah.
that's what the death penalty
Like
is
the one
for.
that are still alive, the one I killed.
Yeah, the dude that shot that black church,
Yeah, he should be
he
dead.
needs the
He
chair.
should see him.
Because I mean, what he's doing is cruel and unusual already.
Oh, yeah,
So
just,
what the fuck does it matter if the death penalty is cruel and unusual?
Yeah.
They did the exact same thing, if not worse.
oh, yeah.
Worse, 10 times worse.
And the attention was even worse. You know what I mean? Like,
For hate crimes. Sometimes it's just. So.
I believe fans. Anything? I know you have.
I'm going last. Miss Private?
Yeah, like your book coming soon. You know.
Oh, yeah, I know. I think I'm gonna come up with a release date. I think June 19th.
Did I take next year?
No, like
This
3 weeks.
really already?
Dude, I go hard. I tell you, man, when I set my mind on something, I get it
When did
done.
you start?
A couple of weeks ago,
Shut the hell.
maybe last week. No, I gotta.
No,
Well, here
I
I'll
read a
say,
whole book.
hold on, I'll tell this off here. But well, all right, this has been Uncle Strib with the gang. We're out.
Alright.